Hello good people and welcome to Film Fanboy. Now recently we've all had more than enough time to catch up on the big TV series like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, or even The Sopranos. But people are indeed starting to ponder the question, what other TV series can I watch? So if you've got some time put aside for a bit of binge watching, I've put together my recommendation of 5 TV series you may not have seen. So my first choice, based on the book by the same name, 11/22/63. I wouldn't be concerned if Stephen King or horror doesn't float your boat, as this series would be considered more sci-fi, although the majority of the science fiction is kept to a minimum. At the start of the 8 episodes, we see James Franco's character, Jake, being shown a dodgy doorway at the back of a diner that takes him to the past. The owner of the diner, Al, has been sloping off back to the past to get good quality meat for his establishment. Only now, Al is knocking on death's doorstep, so the pair toy with the idea of reshaping history.
That was 1960. I need you to go back there to prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
The romantic aspect has been well incorporated and doesn't feel like it's just been added because every storyline should have a love interest. Now we all know James Franco for more comedic characters, but his portrayal of this serious character is very believable.
You shouldn't be here.
Now the series is obviously based around the assassination of JFK. However, the storyline itself isn't at all political. I would recommend giving the first maybe 1 or 2 episodes a go to see if it grips you. Next up we've got The Night Of, starring Riz Ahmed and John Turturro. The story starts out with Naz stealing his father's cab to go to a party in the city. Whilst in the Big Apple, a young woman, Andrea, mistakes Naz as a cab driver. Naz, now presented with a better offer than the shindig, decides to go back to Andrea's house and try his luck. One thing obviously leads to another, and after a night of sex, drugs and strange games, Naz awakens to find Andrea stabbed to death. Naz, who's probably a little bit shook up, decides to flee the scene. He doesn't get too far though before the police pull him in for questioning.
Did you kill her?
I don't know.
The 8 episodes really does shine a light on the American criminal justice system, and we get to see the characters develop as they adjust to their new surroundings.
Take the deal.
It says that I killed her.
No, it doesn't. It says you don't trust 12 idiots on a jury to get it right. Neither do I.
This series has been received very well by the critics, and throughout you will be asking yourself, who done it?
Shut it.
My third recommendation, we've got Tom Hollander, Tom Hiddleston, Olivia Colman and Hugh Laurie, The Night Manager. Tom Hiddleston's character, Jonathan, is a night manager in a swanky hotel based in Cairo. Through a series of events and people, we come into contact with Hugh Laurie's character, Roper. Roper is an international arms dealer with a taste for the high life. Olivia Colman's character, Angela, is a government agent that's been trying to catch Roper for some time now. So naturally, Angela tries to recruit Jonathan, but at first he's reluctant. Angela eventually pulls on the old heartstrings.
You were a soldier yourself, of course.
Yes, it was.
And Jonathan slips into Roper's murky underworld. Jonathan is tasked with getting any dirty can on Roper to bring him down. But does Jonathan slip too deep into hell? With temptation all around him, and Roper being a very fierce and clever man, Will Jonathan succeed or just be killed off? To be honest with you, I'm not usually the biggest fan of Hugh Laurie, but in this series he plays the part of the criminal kingpin with the big wallet and small conscience very well. My fourth recommendation is Wayward Pines. At first in this series we don't know what's going on. Matt Dillon's character wakes up in a strange town after having a car crash. Before the accident, he was trying to find his missing work colleagues, but now he hasn't even got a clue where he is.
The Secret Service. Where am I?
You're in Wayward Pines, Idaho.
With everybody acting a little bit strange and no access to the outside world, the realisation of his situation starts to dawn on him. Again, I'm recommending a series with an actor in it that I'm not too fond of. However, the storyline does carry you along, introducing some good characters that keeps you guessing.
Special Agent Ethan Burke. I'm here to see the sheriff.
There's a man here to see you says he's a secret agent or something.
Special agent.
Rough little accident you had. How you feeling?
Better than the guy whose corpse I just found decomposing in a house 6 blocks from here.
Rum raisin. You like rum raisin?
They're watching us.
Now this series isn't going to be a masterclass in filmmaking or acting, but it does have good entertainment value. There are actually 2 seasons of this show out, so there's plenty enough for you to get stuck into.
How do I get out of here?
You don't.
What we start seeing at the beginning of season 1 to what it ends up being at the end of season 2 are 2 different things. And I'm sure that there are some of you out there that will appreciate the creative storyline.
It's cold and breaks in the grey hotel.
So here we are, at my last but not the least recommendation, Gomorrah. Now more of the observant viewers will come to the immediate conclusion that yes, there are subtitles, and yes, you're going to have to do a little bit of reading, but it's worth it. The original language does bring authenticity, and only adds to the show. Gomorrah is an Italian series that follows a modern day mafia in Naples, as they go about their business of violence, drugs, and power games, as mafias do. The story opens up just as the mafia are kicking off with another local gang. Obviously, we're used to crime stories starting out this way, but over the 4 seasons we see enormous character development on this roller coaster ride. The main 2 characters are Ciro, one of the boss's henchmen, and Jenny, the boss's son. Jenny is just about to become a man, and Ciro's given the task of educating Jenny on the way of life he's about to inherit. Season 5 being released in 2021, we can expect to see more emotional, deep, brutal storylines for the characters. The series is actually shot on location in a housing estate where this way of life is normal, giving it a sense of realism. If you're a fan of Sopranos or Boardwalk Empire, this is probably right up your street. This show again has received critical acclaim and does get better with every season. Gomorrah is brilliant and tragic at the same time. Don't let the subtitles put you off. Give it a go, it might hook you.